In this video, we're going to look at what shoulder impingement exercises to avoid, as well as how to easily modify your training at the gym so that you can continue to train without aggravating your shoulder impingement pain. Hey, it's Dane here from Lift Physio, where we help you overcome injury and maximize your performance. If you're seeing value in this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It makes a huge difference. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's get stuck in. Now, as we go through, make sure to let me know what your favorite exercise is to avoid shoulder impingement pain and why. It might be one that we cover, or it might be one of your own. So whether you agree with me or not, I'd love to know your thoughts. And make sure you watch all the way to the end of the video, where we'll also share with you a bonus hack to help you get out of shoulder impingement pain fast. Shoulder impingement is a painful rotator cuff related condition where the tendons or bursa in your shoulder become impinged, inflamed, and painful. The rotator cuff tendons in your shoulder sit in a small space between the top of your arm and your shoulder blade called the subacromial space. Now, depending on the movement or position of your shoulder, this space can shrink and cause your tendons to become impinged. Now, the position where your shoulder is most likely to become impinged is out to the side or out in front between 90 and 110 degrees of elevation. This is known as the painful arc movement, where your shoulder feels okay up to 90 degrees, then you feel a pinch between 90 to 110, and then as you keep moving up overhead, the pain actually reduces. This is a classic impingement sign. This, in combination with internal rotation at your shoulder, are the two most common movements that cause shoulder impingement. Now, the first exercise that you may want to avoid if you have a shoulder impingement is the lateral raise. This is what's called a long lever position, which places a lot of load on your rotator cuff whilst moving through that painful arc range of motion. By the way, I'll show you how to modify all of these exercises at the end of the video, but the second exercise that you may want to avoid is the upright row. Again, this exercise involves bringing your shoulder up into that painful arc position in combination with internal rotation at your shoulder, which reduces the subacromial space and increases the chance of that subacromial impingement. And the third and final exercise that you may need to avoid is the standard bench press. Again, you'll notice that the arm is positioned around that 90-degree position throughout the entire range of this movement. But don't worry, I'll show you a way to modify the bench press so that you don't have to continue to miss out on chest day, even if you have a shoulder impingement. So, the three exercises that you may need to avoid if you're experiencing a shoulder impingement is the lateral raise, the upright row, and the bench press. And again, the common factor in all of these three exercises is either you're moving through that painful arc position of 90 to 110 degrees of shoulder elevation, or your shoulder is in an internally rotated position, or a combination of both. So now that you know which exercises that you may need to avoid, you're probably thinking, well, is there anything I can do at the gym? Do I need to stop training my upper body altogether? Well, of course, you should be able to continue to train even with a shoulder impingement. You just might need to modify some of these movements a little bit, and here's how. A great way to modify the lateral raise is by doing short lever lateral raises with your elbow bent whilst staying below 90 degrees of shoulder elevation. You can also modify the bench press by bringing your hands closer together on the bar and performing a close grip bench press. This will move your shoulder out of the painful arc position. And thirdly, why not try a chest pull exercise with either a band or the cable machine? This will strengthen your external shoulder rotators, as well as all of the other muscles around your shoulder blade to help keep you out of those shoulder impingement positions. And finally, if you are experiencing shoulder impingement, here is one quick way to help try to reduce your shoulder pain fast. So here is one quick tip to try to quickly reduce the pain that you can experience from shoulder impingement. And we're going to do that by trying to loosen up the tight capsule in the back of our shoulder called our posterior capsule. And the way that we're going to do that is with a firm ball. So get the firm ball, and we're going to try to find the tight stuff right in the back of the shoulder there. So get the ball, place it behind your shoulder, and then we're going to lean that into the wall. So We want a nice firm ball, like a lacrosse ball, or a spiky ball can work as well. And we're just gonna roll around and you'll know when you hit the tight stuff. And we wanna try to loosen that off a bit, because if you get really tight through the back of your shoulder, it basically tightens everything up and it can push the ball of your shoulder forwards in the socket and contribute to that shoulder impingement pain. So spend a minute trying to release all of that tight stuff up in your posterior capsule. After you've done that for a minute, give your shoulder a little move around and just compare and see how it feels compared to before you did it. And hopefully that is a quick way to reduce your shoulder impingement pain. So there we have it. What shoulder impingement exercises to avoid, as well as how to easily modify your training so that you can continue to exercise even if you have a shoulder impingement. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe so that you see more videos like this in the future. I'll see you in the next one.